Hi, how everybody doing? Coming to you live recording with the presentation called What is Black Love? I asked that question because the one thing that I value and love to talk about is the natural with the spiritual. To me, love is an element. Because ask yourself, ask anybody, go ask someone, what is love? They try to describe it, but they never define it. Now for me, I define love as an element. So if you take water, earth, air, fire, every element within that element can create within each other, one another. You need each element for one element to be. So from earth, I can get water, fire, air. From air, I can get water. You know the saying, I can get water, earth, and fire. With fire, I can get water, earth, and air. So with earth, I can get fire. So you get what I mean? Every element within each other. You need each element within each other to make the other element. So I'm going to get back to who I am. And I have a question. This is a question for you. Who taught you how to love? Or who taught you about love? What was your example of love? And now as an adult or a mature person, do you think you have a grasp on love? Now for me, what is love? What is love to me? Is first loving yourself. Now, based on your belief in your faith or how you grew up, you might say, God is love, quote unquote, God is love, the creator. Okay, I give you that. But long as I can manifest back to you, that's love. The first love I seen was myself. Now, I seen my parents. That was the example. It was good. But it wasn't the love I would desire for me. See, my parents laid down the foundation of respect, discipline, and that big word that we should use more often towards each other, love. Because you never define what love is. So what is love? So if we define love within our generations, our children, make sure it has to do with their character. What are your principles, moral values, and ethics? I'm not trying to tell you what to do, as you said. So I always say, I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to teach you nothing. I want to challenge you right now. I would say guide you, but I know a lot of people don't care to listen for information in a certain way. So I'm not speaking on drama and pains and hurt. I'm asking you questions that I want to challenge your brain and say, hey, have I been the best loving person to myself? See, you thought I was going to say to someone else. See, we don't know what love is because we haven't even loved ourselves. We can say we love the higher power, the other entity. We can have a faith, but we don't have love. How you going to have all those things when you didn't even love yourself first? I call everything outside of me negative. You know why? I have no control over. Everything within me is positive. Inside of my home is positive. You know why? I can control everything that goes on. I'm not talking about little small things. I'm talking about literally. I can look at what I want to watch on my electronic devices, whether it's my television or my phone, my laptop, tablet, or computer. I can control that. I have to type that in, or I have to press the on and off button. I have to press the website in. I have to do the URL. I have to do all those things for me to go to that website. For me to watch those videos, I have to put that CD into that DVD player. I have to click on that link. I have to go to that website. So I have full control. And the same thing that goes for my hearing. For even as a YouTube, I have to what? I have to click on that. I have to go to it. And I have to actively, that's a key word right now, actively listening. I'm going to put down as get back to my Power of Oneness series, part 7s. And I didn't finish all the parts because I want to write a book on that. So I'm giving you like the snippets online. So I love, reason I'm doing this, I love a rapport on. For nobody can say I wasn't always this way, I've been this way. But I want to show that I've been this way. Because I don't have a certificate or degree in it, because I don't feel as I need that. Can't no degree tell me how to interact with a person. Can no degree tell me how to be a man? Can even in that degree I cannot acquire a skill from a degree. I have a degree, so I want you to know that. I have two of them. But you cannot require a skill. You know where I got my skills at? I had to actively go out and do it. So you see why I use the word being. Now I don't get to that. I use the word being. Being is an action word. Let's go to the word being. I use being for an action word. I don't say the word human or any other word. Being. Existence. Present partial of be. That's why I use that word. I want you to remain. See how it bring up all the perfect tense to something that might happen. To use possibility, use express obligation, necessity, indicate something due to happen. Present principle to form continuous sense. That's why I use the word being. To be or not to be. Third person present tense. Exist, to be present, occur, take place, occupy space and vision, stay in this same place or condition. Attend, go, come, visit, having the state, quality, identity, nature, role, specified, amount, cause. So that's why I use the word being. I am a being on this earth. So let's get into black love. First, I want to start off and say, brothers and sisters, but brothers, you are the prize. We grew up in a society or environment. What did you hear? Black men ain't shit. So quote unquote, black man ain't shit. One day, I was a young man, a young quote unquote boy. I was a male. Imagine hearing black man ain't shit when you go outside. And then if you watch it on TV, your mother can't edit TV and hopefully don't pop up, and then it comes up. Black men ain't shit. Black men don't do shit for black women. Imagine hearing that your whole life. What do you think you gonna be? So pause for a minute. You calling your kids bad. You're bad. You're bad. What does the word bad mean? I don't call a woman bad. That's stupid. That is so dumb. We're the poor quality, low standard. Not to be hoped for, desire, or pleasant, or unwelcome. I'm not going to keep going into the definition, but you get the whole gist. So imagine being called, you're bad, to your child the whole life. Imagine these young men of our race called bad their whole life. You think they're supposed to think they're great when they're older? Don't give me that, we'll break out of that mentality. See, a lot of brothers don't experience that. I'm happy I didn't experience that in my home. But I watch so many people recording themselves and they saying this to these little boy. I seen the mother whooping her son, calling him a little nigga. What the hell he think he's going to be? See, we don't want to get to the accountability and responsibility of our women. A woman is a naturer. She's of nature, nurturer. You know what nurture mean? Because we seem to forget the women's job. Care for, encourage the growth or development of. That's what a woman's supposed to do. Woman told me I'm not her mother, but you want me to spend my hard-earned blood, sweat, and tears on you. I'm a CNA. A chick talking about all the good guys to think a certain way. I said, and I asked her. I said, I love the one-on-one interaction. I said, the man you had a baby was not. I'm trying not to go. I don't diss him. They know I ain't dissing them. How much of all of this you want from me have you, not forced, what's the word I'm looking for? You know what the word I'm looking for? Have you made him do? I'm not looking for that word. It's a word I'm looking for. You want all this from me, but you didn't ask for that of him. You did not enforce that. That's not the word I want, but I'm going to use it for now. But then tell me I got to go out, spend my hard-earned blood, sweat, and tears, and women don't make more than men. She made more money than me. We're both CNAs. And then why you keep everything in your pocket and then treat you good. And then guess what? She has an option to tell me that I'm not the one for her. That's why, brothers, you are the prize. You know why you a prize? Because you was never told you are a prize. You are a gift. See, we just looked at what do be mean? Present. Present mean now the time frame we are in specified, and it's a gift. You are a gift. And you're not like how we say you a God gift a woman or no. All jokes aside, you are really, if you a brother that really do your best, you ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm gonna let your past go for a minute because we in a gift mode, and you done your best to right your wrongs because you gotta go back. Don't forget, if you're gonna be a prize is a gift. I want to gift the people I always hurt it or said that gave me. I want to repay you back. Whether it's like, oh, I don't have the money, but let me use my time to pay you back. I don't have the money, but I know how to cook up a mean pot of whatever. I know how to cook a 3-course meal. Let me cook you this up and get that to you. Get this. Let me bring this to your house. Oh, let me come in your house and clean. Let me come do your yard these couple times. You don't have to do it. And before you get home, let me take out your garbage. See, that's my offering. That's my prize. That's who I am. Brother, if you got a prize in you, use it. Every prize is not about monetary. It's not about material. And they got these standards. That's not a prize to me. So use your prize. Brother, you are a prize if you was never told that. And you are a man if you was never told that. See, we think those things don't matter because I'm 37. I'm not supposed to hear that. I'm not supposed to hear thank you no more. I'm not supposed to hear etiquette and manners towards me because I'm 37. I'm supposed to be so strong within myself that I know everything I have control over, but outside is negative. I have no control over what somebody say. But if you were around positive people, you should get positive energy and feedback and vibrations. Why? And brothers get mad at me when I talk. They say, "Oh, you think you holier than thou." The world is changed by your example, not your opinion. I don't post videos of me doing things that I want to talk about. I feel that's a brag. I'm watching a brother that I follow, and if he can respect that, he's bragging. He's showing he say, you see, and people, this is a new thing. This is new to me. It won't be bragging if you hang around people that's in your same area. It's still bragging. I am bragging. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not bragging about, I'm happy that I had that mother. That's why I talk about mothers and our women of our race. Nurture her, nurse him. You can have the same thing. You create that. You the positivity in your own life. You control your space. So within your space, you can't tell me you can't be a better example. If I had a woman and we had a child and she decided to peace out on me and leave our child without a mother, I can't make no excuse and say that, oh, that mother. I'm not going to diss her. I know for me, I got to be the best example. And that's why I don't have a child. And I'm happy I did wait. I don't think I'm better than people. But I'm going to say, brother, I'm talking to my friend brother. We was talking, he got mad about me or something I said. I said, dude, you held it on for like almost a year and never said nothing. I said, that's on you. But I said, you know what I can do? I can't apologize for all I said. But I don't know how to change that. Because right now, you're harboring a type of feeling that's going to turn into something else. And I love how he said it. Even though he was ready to fight me, he said, I can't do that. Or I don't have that in me. And my only response to you, I don't care if you punched me already. And that was your whole beef, I would stop. I stopped. I said, yes, you do. I said, it's not hard. I said, I don't know why you think it's hard. For some odd reason, you think it's hard to be a better man, to be actually good. I don't know how. I don't know why. But I said, but I didn't get deep into it because he was still in an argument mode. That kind of like let it down a little bit. And I said, then he said, if you say those things around, they'd have whooped you. I said, oh, probably got shot, but one-on-one, I probably wouldn't lose. Maybe if you jump me. If you jump me, yes, but one-on-one, a lot of you wouldn't beat me. I'll probably lose a couple of fights. I know I'm going to lose a couple, but I know all of you not going to beat me. But if that's your mindset, that's why I said, brothers, we got to put life into each other. Brothers put life into each other. And what I mean by that is, without the discord and the jealous hatred that we was taught, Now, we was actually taught that. That don't come out of nowhere. You think you a little kid and you walk up to a little boy or a little girl and just start hating on them for no apparent reason. No, you start playing. Because let's say you at the park. You don't start hating on them. You start playing. You start doing things what is done to you or what you see. So for me to be the example, I have to not. I can't get a record. Now this is why. Now if you want to say that's bragging or you think I'm better or holier than thou, quote unquote holier than thou, no, I can't get a record. You know why I can't get a record? Bad enough we in America, it's so many things. I got to keep kicking the ball to the left, and they gonna keep moving the goalposts. Why you think I need another obstacle? That's a major obstacle. I can't go to jail. I can't go to prison. I can't get none of those. So I can't put myself in a situation where I cannot be the example anymore. I see little kids watching me. So if I'm out there smoking, drinking, saying anything I want and doing anything I want, guess what? Some little boy thinking that's okay. But see, you don't think like that because you're talking about, oh, I'm thinking I'm holy. No, I'm sorry that, I am sorry, brother, that you didn't have an example. I didn't either. I am the big brother. I had to listen to my mother holler at me for something my brother did after I told him, we going out. Do not mess with the guys I hang out with. They cool, but they not going to take your stuff. But as soon as they do something, I got to defend you. I can't defend you against 5 guys. Regardless if we cool or not. But I don't know how cool we really are. We cool enough. I know one of them, at least I'm cool enough. That he won't do nothing. But the other 3, I don't know what he gonna do. They gonna do. So we have to understand. So if I go out and I have to tell. So this is my best example for our race women. If I'm telling you to stop doing something, I can't defend you when you get in that. I can't. I'm gonna use the word can't right now. Because you know what you're doing? You're putting me in harm's way. I don't know if that dude got a gun on him. So I'm about to get shot for you after you didn't listen. Listen to what you're saying. You want me to defend you and protect you, but you don't want to listen to me. So you go outside wearing shorts where your coochie is being protruded out of your shorts. And then you get mad if somebody's staring at you and looking at, I'm supposed to defend that. But when I told you, you asked me or you didn't ask me, and I told you, you're a liberator, you're independent, you're your own free woman. I don't want to tell you what to do. But you can't ask of me to keep doing things. Was you minding your business? No, yes, you were. Cool. Now, do everybody else mind their business? See, you're not thinking that way because you don't want to. You're liberated, you're free, you're independent. Nobody shouldn't touch you no matter what, but it happens. I'm not saying be afraid or scared. But if you want me to defend you, should you not listen to what I'm saying? That's the example I'm talking about. And I don't use the word #challenge on this one. I want to say the word guide. I want to guide you on this one. So I want to be the best example. I can't have children. I can't out there having sex. I can't be using drugs. Because if I'm going to be the example, that's what those kids are going to see. We grew up with a program in school called DARE. Drug Abuse Resistance Education. It's hard to meet a woman that don't smoke weed. It's hard. Or do some type of drug. I didn't know women did so many different drugs. I don't know what you masking or cover up. I didn't know men did so many drugs. I know what they masking and covering up. It's sad to watch. I'm watching. The guy, older guy, I stopped hanging out with him. Kept lying to me. I don't do stuff. Yes, you do. Dude, I noticed the difference in you. When you come from your mother house or your friend house or when you've been at home. And when you got money in your pocket, you're different. When you don't have money in your pocket, I know you're different because you're using. See, and I try my best not to be so hard on people. But I had to tell my lady friend, you admire me. Your energy is not good. Okay, you might say I'm speaking on things. If that turn a woman off, cool. I have to work on that. I respect that. But I'm not going to be around saying you can't do something because of something happened to you. But this was the part that was the kicker. She said she needed accommodations. Nobody ever done that. And I started doing that. And you know what she started doing? Making excuses. And then I asked her this. I said, something happened to you, I understand. And I don't want that to happen to nobody. But if you need accommodations, have you made your own accommodations? She said no. You heard what she said? She said no. I said, you need a certain type of chair. Have you even bought parts, merchandise, products to help yourself? She said no. Had you even looked it up? She said at one point, yes. Then that time she said no. And I said, you can't ask for help. But then she get mad that her neighbor didn't help her carry her bag, but then her neighbor needed her to call the police because of things that was going on. She wouldn't do that. I don't want that in my life. I would not. I don't do that to people. Only thing, now this is the one thing I say. If you try to kill me or blow me up, and I know that you did it, I'm not going to help you. Now, if you kill yourself and, well, if you blow yourself up or hurt yourself in the matter, that's on you. I can't feel sorry for you. You tried to hurt me, then hurt yourself. But I want to be the best example. A good man is the one that's most under-respected, underappreciated, undervalued, and under-recognized. And I tell you, brothers, to be of good cheer. Why I say that is, I know I'm a good man. See, you can say that, oh, you think too highly of yourself. No. Tell me, I would ask people that met me, tell me why, if I wasn't a good man, what I do. All I'm saying, good comes from your heart. It don't take a lot to see somebody need help them out. I don't care what their race is. I don't care none about that. In majority of cases, I don't know those people. I don't know what they did, but they show me those signs. I'm gonna have to say, hey, I'm gonna let them know too. You disrespectful. That is showing racism is just hatred. Why don't we just call racism hatred? That's hatred. When I see another woman our race talking bad about me, that's hatred. Forget the word contempt, disdainment. I'm throwing those words away. I just had to, that words is just hatred. That's hatred. You hate me for some odd reason, for something I didn't even do. Just because of the color of my skin. But you gonna forget what the other skin colors do? Okay. And even in the good man, look at your friends, look at you. How many good men do you see around these women? I'm not gonna lie, I don't see a lot. See, the chick got married to a man who verbally abused her. Think he hit her, but she won't say nothing. I seen the chick stay with a man for 7 years that abused her. He would hit her in spots where we couldn't see, and told me all the story after she finally she had to get over him to get her kids. I'm watching it. I watched a woman get with a man, and he couldn't be faithful. I'm watching that over and over. You don't value, respect women? That's a big thing with me, value. What do you value? You don't value appreciation? You don't even value what you value. You don't even value being recognized. You would diss that dude to be with that man? That's weird to me. I want to say, brothers, you are handsome. You beautiful. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not beautiful. As they say, beauty in the eye of the beholder. But what makes you beautiful is your spirit. I seen beautiful women with the most ugly spirit. Sorry, I seen a beautiful women that look scary to me. And I should have had a picture. It looked scary. It looked scary. I don't know why. But I'm not going to show pictures because then you can say, I love dark-skinned women of our race. Whether they're African or American indigenous, quote-unquote, black, African descendant, native women. I love my race women, period. Light, dark. Mainly, I would choose a dark-skinned over a brown-skinned or a light-skinned. That's just me. But if I showed you pictures, you would say, oh, she looks scary because she dark-skinned. Oh, she looks scary because she high yellow. Oh, she looks scary because her skin is more brown. So I'm not going to do that. It's just look in her eyes. And some people ears and face. I met women. I was like, wow, it looks scary, but everybody think they're very beautiful. But some people don't look at beautiful. But brothers, I want you to know you are beautiful. Lifting a man when he's down probably means to him to give him some men go through ish too. That's true. I can't think of. I have to be honest. Well, I say it's a curse to love my race women because I know. It's not what's the reciprocated back. I can think of like, man, I seen the lady walking with her two children down the street and getting on a bus. Just looked at, just not so happy. And they tried to of good cheer to my sister. I said, I didn't know her from a can of paint. I don't know if I even seen her before. I said, here's a few dollars, a good amount of money. And I said, I don't know what's, and she just smiled. I don't think she was looking for that, but that whatever she was going through, it would have helped her. 2 kids, diapers, Pampers. I know they cost a lot. I don't have a child, but I already know this but A lot of people say, oh, you don't have child, but then they start seeing me interacting with children. I say, does that still matter? Your child not angry no more. You angry and you made your child angry. And that's something I never wanted to do. And what is so hard about, and I'll see that on social media outside, and it's so nasty. I can't, women barely lift up men. They don't lift up their boyfriends or men they have a very good attraction to. But just a random guy, which I see, thank you, men of our race, for defending the ones out there that's unnoticed. Thank you, brothers. For all you two sisters that's unnoticed. I want to say names on here, but I ain't going to name drop. The sisters know I'll off on the YouTube and the social media is who they are. Thank you. I love who you are. I do. I love who you are. Some of you just honest. Even when you angry, you honest. You speaking in your truth. I don't want to fight you. I want to share with you. I challenge you because you challenge me. I want to guide as you guide me. But don't call me less than. Like, women will call a man broke. But you got to, like, this is an example. She got an OnlyFans and call a man broke. You can't. If OnlyFans is like the strip club, let's say that's this example. The OnlyFans is $10. But when you go in the strip club, that's the cover charge. You do got to pay to see. No, actually you don't. I've been in the strip club. In the strip club, I can pay my cover charge, sit at the counter, and watch you. And I get a free show. But I'm not free, so I paid my $10. So what is she talking about? That's just an example. But with that example, what I'm saying is, why everything that you do is a service, but you expect something? And that's a sense of what we call, I don't feel, I'm not deserving that if I take a woman out or whatever, I'm deserving of another action. But can I get a courtesy or some manners? That's all I ask. Like, to the low, that's the lowest thing on the pole. I didn't ask you to do nothing. I said a courtesy. Thank you. And I would say you are welcome back. Can I get, you see I'm down? Can you say you good? You know, the first woman to tell me I was a man, I don't do the religion, but when I was going to the church, is Kajik, Pentecostal, the first lady said, you are a good man. The first woman to call me a good man. I was alive for already 30 years. I want to say about 30 years, 31 years. And I'm 37 now. I was told I try to validate a woman as much as she can. But a simple gesture. I've have help when I see that she ain't have no money. Let's get you lunch. I got her lunch. No, thank you, but I was cool. But then what kind of tore me up inside was how she treated me a couple days later. Didn't even know the lady, but I knew I worked with her. And then she got paid. She got her stuff back on track. I seen her in her car and just ignored me. Found that to be very odd. Can't get a simple uplift. Uplift is just a simple thank you or a good gesture sometimes. So I feel, as I speak about my women, I still, if you don't hear it, you can call me weak, victim mentality, a baby, a crybaby, a complainer, all you want. But as I said, I don't know what black love is. I don't have no idea. I don't experience it. I never experienced it. Only from my mother. Outside of my home, my values, my respect, my morals come from my mother. I thank my mother highly. That's what's inside of me. But the other part of love outside, I don't know. That's how it look. It's empty inside. I don't know what it feel as. I can keep reiterating. You can keep saying I'm weak. I'm not even speaking negative energy. I'm speaking truth. I want to have you'll never see me say I don't want to have a child or I give up. No, I'm not quitting. I'm just saying, in reality, I don't know what it feel as. I hope this spirit get to a woman, is one that say, oh, I'm ready to love and have, and I know I'm a little picky, but I don't want a lot of you women, because you, like, not to be funny, you wore out. Like, okay, I'm 37. I ride my bike to stay in shape. I play basketball, and I eat as healthy as possible with the money I have. I do the best. I got my own stuff, and I'm self-sufficient. I can cook. I can clean. I can fix things. I got skills. I got vocational. I got vocabulary. I got pronunciation. I have everything that you can. I got finances. It ain't of a super abundant or whatever, but I still got room to grow and get better. You don't see me. I'm not in the streets. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. No record. And I'm priding I pride myself on that. And I'm never going to prison or jail. Never dying for a lost cause. Never just to bleed, just to bleed. I'm gonna do my research. If we don't have the same type of understanding, okay, where your information at so I can go look it up more. It calls me like my brother said. I'm gonna go look up. I do that. You tell me something, I'm gonna look it up. But I know in my heart, if I pull my chest open, you won't see black love. I find is where I'm at. I'm finding myself attracted to Middle Eastern women. I walk by, they smile. I say hi. They say, how you doing? I say, good, thank you. And that be it. And I do that. Walk past my sisters. Hi, how you doing? Until they need, and then the crazy part, you give them help, they respond to you, but then let it go by. I'm not getting at you. I seen you. You was hurt. Something happened. Just say something happened. And I got your number. You gave me your number. And I called you. Why you sound like you got an attitude with me like I did something wrong with you? I texted and called you at reasonable times. You respond, I say, this is who you can't okay, cool. I'll leave you alone. I got no time for that. But that's where I'm at. Now, I don't know about these brothers talking about, oh, these men, this, and that. Well, I'm sorry, brother, that in your bad, now I'm going to say this real quick. In your bad, women gravitated to your bad. Peep that. Women gravitated to your bad. You was doing bad things by your people, by your children. A woman dated you when you wasn't being a good father. A woman dated you, a man dated, or let's do this women. A man dated you when you wasn't being a good woman. Think about that. But we turn off the people that's good. There we go to roots. The roots come from my mother. I love to thank my mother for couldn't show me how to be a man, but how to be a respectable man. But if we don't root and seed ourselves together, there is no such thing as black love. What is your example of black love? Is black love in your life? Now, you think you doing enough. Now, you in a relationship or you married or engaged, and you a woman, you a man. What love have you shown that person today? What love throughout your relationship, your marriage, engagement, have you shown that person today? Now, if you didn't, where's your roots coming from? Where's that attitude coming from? Where's that anger? Fix that. Because if you don't fix that, you're going to grow other roots. And that's called weeds. Weeds turn into vines, and vines just take over stuff, and it don't stop growing, and it get worse, and it covers everything that should be shown in the light. Roots are from good soil, not from bad. Weeds are from bad soil. So as I say this, if you get a person, if I get a woman in her womb, ooh, where's that called? Oh, here we go. I want to show this was important. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. This is important. You know how I say, and this is very funny to me, to destroy a nation. I know it's Wikipedia, but I want you to see this. Destroy a nation. You destroyed a womb. Remember I always say that? You remember that? I want you to see this real quick. Because this is very intricate to me. Is it? I'm using the right word. Where is that at? Where's I had screenshotted it. Where are the screenshots? Oh, here we go. I found this to be very interesting. You see that? Here you go. Partus sequenter ventrum, Latin for that which is brought forth, follows the belly, the womb, where they used to systematic slave breeding. I want you to look that up. natural increase versus systematic breeding. And reason that was important to me is because how we treat each other. And I always say, it starts in her womb. That man and woman, we call them kings and queens. I don't want to use kings and queens because you got to know where kings and queens come from. I say emperor and empress. The most important thing in a man's life is who he give his seed to. And if you put your seed in bad soil, so if you allow a man to place his bad seed in you, what you think is going to become of that? I'm not trying to say these kids are, I'm not saying that. You got to hear me out. Listen to what I'm saying. Because this is, now I'm going to have to be more specific. This is spiritual. If you know how we say, you just as your father, you just as your mother. Why is that? Because who you put your seed, that's what it's, you plant the seed and you water it. Remember, if our plants, and they water soil in the sunlight, right? The process of photosynthesis, right? So in that process, as a being, if I put my semen inside of a woman's womb, and it hits her ovaries, my sperm that goes in there impregnates her into her ovaries. She has her types of, like, so it got to get to that. Once it get through her fallopian tubes and everything, guess what happens? The process of life begins, and it takes partial of her life to give life. And for me, that's why the man is called a protector and provider, because the woman is the most weakest at her life when she's pregnant. If you didn't know that, brothers and sisters. It's coming for the guy that don't have a child, though. But I know how to watch, I know how to read, and know how to experience things. But women are the most weak. The woman is taking her life force, her life energy to give to this child for 9 months. She needs you. And then for another, at least, we're going to say 24 years. Because we say 18, but I'm going to say 24. That child needs you. Yes, they need you. I don't care if you left the house at 18. You still needed your parents. You still needed an adult. You still needed... Now, if look at the people that have their parents and the people that didn't. See, we call the men simps. There's some things you do and don't do. But it's your choice if you stay around. But you don't have to explain to nobody why you're staying around, because that's your choice. But if you're going to explain, just give your reason and go. If they don't accept it, cool. But you're not looking for their acceptance, because they're not there. You are your emperor and you are your empress. We go together. Our bodies are the same. See how we intertwine? We are aligning to one another. She wears a crown, he has a crown. He has hair, she has hair. I have a chest, she has a chest. She have arm, I have blood, I have blood. Just because she have a period, that don't mean men don't go through nothing. We have our own forms of what we call a menstrual cycle. But we don't have to, but we got to acknowledge that. Now, I'll acknowledge that. So if you calling me a victim, a crybaby again, or a complainer, I'm going to keep saying that. You call me whatever. If that's weak, so be it. But I know my son, he's not going to be weak. My son not going to have none of this. Because only thing he going to be able to do, he going to have a father. I'm going to be able to guide him and challenge him. He come to me, I'm like, son, why you feel that way? I'm not going to tell him that you should feel this way. I would never do that to none of you, brothers. You should have never did that. I'm going to ask you, why did you do it and why do you feel that way? That's my only job. That's my only purpose of guiding and challenging you. I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm going to ask you why. And I would love to see the young girls one day. It's good watching my nieces when they playing with all the other little girls. And parents that say stuff. I'm like, no, leave them alone. Stop. No. She's like, oh, she bullying her. Like, stop telling her that. Stop. You know why I say that? Because I watched them figure it out. She wasn't bullying them. That's that girl mentality. But she got it from her parents. The other kids not going to... I noticed that my niece didn't pick that up. My two nieces that was playing with that little girl did not pick that up. You know when they start picking it up? When the parents start saying certain things. Like when my mother kept saying certain things, but she don't do it. And my mother gotten better. Like it's funny. You see how my mother showed me how to be a respectable man, and then in times as I'm a respectable, or just her son, And my mother had to learn how to value my opinion. She finally values, she values my opinion. My mother is a good woman. See, when you get with a good woman, if I say, Mom, because she had asked me, how do I look? I say, Mom, this one look better. She would go back and change it. Not that it was funny when that first happened to me. My mother asked me, I was like, why you asking me? You a woman, wear your own clothes. I don't care. You my mama. I think you did good enough. Even if your booty cheeks showing, I think I wouldn't say nothing, but I probably would, depends. Probably I'm going to say something, sorry, because that's the way she brought me up. I heard it not, I can't lie to myself. But she actually took my advice. She changed the earring. Such as, these earrings do look better. Whether she changed them or not, she valued my opinion. And then she came back with a different outfit on. I was saying, oh, okay, cool, look good. It did look better on her. But then for some reason she wore that other outfit another time. I said that looked good, but I think it's the way she set it up, what she had on with it, and that's probably like the hat or her earrings or her shoes. And I was looking at the whole getup. She valued my opinion. The little girl's gonna value your opinion. Them little girls are looking up to these women. And I'm have to say, women, you call men weak, and I cannot be honest, women, y'all being weak too. You can say we emasculated and feminized. Y'all very mannish and weak. When I hear my race women talk about dating Euro / white / Caucasian / Middle Eastern Asian men, they talk about submitting and femininity a lot, but they don't talk about their divinity or their dignity or their pride. I don't see women saying uplift women, uplift women. I say it's books. How to be resistible to a white man. Which is weird. It's books. Let me see. How to be, where are the books? The name of the books. And it's weird to watch and to see. And I say, that's what they writing books about? This one, How to Be Yours as a White Man. And then Lisa Marble, right? Then they got these. Why they look? Because they say they more. So if you go out and you want to be with Ty, Ray, Jeremy, Dion, or whatever this guy name mean, and I talked to a white guy. He said, "No, black women are into me, but I'm into my white women. But they talk to me." He said they talk to me. I said, "Wow, okay." And I left it at that. And what boggles my mind about this is you write a book, and not to be funny, now I can show you. It's weird to me. Yeah, see, they show a picture of her. She's a white woman. See, all of... Oh, no, here you go. See, here you go. See, here's one. It's weird. Then she talk about... See, like, it's weird. This is who they be cheating with. This is who they be with. I'm not offended. It's weird to me to see that. And the reason I talk about that, because I say women are the nurturers. Women say, I'll get with a white man because that'll show my child. But your child now is biracial. It's not no longer. So you don't, you're not, he's, that young man, I know it's colonization. I know everybody's not a pure breed or pure bloodline. but he's farther away from me. I don't relate to him. I grew up with a indigenous father and an indigenous mother. He grew up with a Caucasian father and an indigenous mother. We relate because we're beings. But to say now, he's going to see a different light. I know my father went through discrimination because of his skin color. My father don't cause problem. He's a fairly quiet man, and he talks about things. And I heard him. My mother have. Both of them have talked about a lot of things that I could say, quote unquote, plagued their life based on their color. But it was never about darkism or colorism, which means just racism. And racism, all racism is hatred towards their own race. We hated our own self. But we didn't experience that. My whole family, mainly on both sides, is chocolate. My father's side, they all dark skinned and chocolate. But I don't see the same things I see on social media or hear. Like I don't name drop, but it's a woman making books. She's making money. It's a guy that made fun of him, and he's dark skinned, and he still mess with his indigenous women. And it's a woman. Her daughter, she did to check her daughter why she talking about indigenous men suck, and they Caucasian men or other race men, and then now I went to the high value thing because they gotta keep it's this remind me of money. If you take money and money is your platform, then guess what? It's called currency. It's called, think all the words money is called. Money, monies, funds, dividends, income, taxes, finance. So if you, or currency. So if you keep using all those, so look how many brackets. Now we can do that with us. Our race. You got Africans, African Descendant. I mean, he was born over here. Then you have, now, I just call us indigenous. I call us indigenous because I don't know if we all are from Africa. We could remember, just because slave trade, they brought us to Africa and brought us to areas because we all look the same. Even though we ain't all the same. Then they breeded us. That's why we all look more culturally the same now. Because they did the same thing to themselves. You don't realize that. But the togetherness that we don't have, we the only one that write books has that. We the only one that make a fool of ourselves. Sorry we have to say this. We the dumbest, stupidest race when it comes to our perspective to the world. And now look at our little girls. I'm sorry. 9 times out of 10, if you have a mentality set of what you've been seeing on social media, if you got a Beyonce set, a Megan Thee Stallion, a Cardi B, a Nicki Minaj mindset, if you got an independent, I'm free woman mindset, out of these 3 girls, only one of them will be a good woman for her race. And I say that for her race, she's going to find a man with these other 3 girls not. We're going to say love is love. But these other 3 she might have that, one of these I'm going to say the little girl on the right with the brown pants, she's going to be the one to marry, stay within her race. And that's what usually happens. So keep lining up. So 10, only 2. So eventually, and that's what I'm saying, where I live at, that's all I see. But I'm not getting into that. But I just wanted to show you, I enjoy just showing you what I mean. Put it that way. And for the most part, for Black Love, this is what we doing. We praying. This is not a diss. We're praying, and the man is doing all the lifting. When I do construction, or renovation or painting. But when I build something, there's a structure. And within the structure, there's beams, there's columns to hold up each part. So look at your walls. See a wall? Within your wall, if you look at every part in between the door, there's a structure that's holding that wall, that ceiling up above you. And if you know how buildings are built, if you lay down the foundation, you will see that, oh, well, this one, I'm sitting over my ceiling. Why don't I have no beam? Because the structure was built, so the other parts was doing their job. That's why after a while, you have to re-innovate it. You have to Go fix it up again. That's why it's good to take care of your bodies. Now it's going back. Now that went from construction to your body. Now gotta go to your bodies. What foods are you eating? How are you caring for yourself? How are you treating people? How are you talking to yourself? What did you think about yourself? How are you doing right by your children? You have on the best clothes. You have on the best mask. You're eating the best foods. Your child doing that? I don't mean saying, oh, I got to share with you. No, are you doing the same thing? Do your daughter have her hair done? Is your son looking presentable outside? Now, spiritually, now go back to you got you're positive. You can control everything. You can control what goes in your eye gate, and you can go in your ear gate. So what you see, your eye gate, and what you hear, your ear gate, you can control that. Just as you can do it right now with me. What are you doing? And how are you helping? Like that brother doing a lot of work. But I'm happy she's praying if you look at it that way. And then go out and do the work together. So the family can always be strong. And that son can see the example. But if he don't have that, if your daughter don't have an example, they need an example. If you don't have that. Here again, as I say it again, I don't know what black love is. This is my life. I carry my own. No one there. I have to carry it above my head. I get a little help from the things that's, I guess, I can say where good energy go. Beautiful. Then I'm back to where I'm at. But it's enough, which I'm not mad that it's enough. And then one day I know everything I do is going to come to fruition. But the scary thing about it is I'm 37, and then I say I get to 40, 44, which the average indigenous man in America, by 44, finally, that's the average. Since y'all want to talk about getting money and he broke and this, I support a lot of women. To go back on that, the women say a man broke, but he support a lot of people. He help a lot of people. He ain't broke. See, you have a broke mind because your mind only talking about money. See, you're looking to extract something from him to give him something that is actually worth greater, but you're giving it for a less price. So I find it easy. Wow, that's all it costs. Okay, here you go. To see what I need to see or do what I need to do. I'm buying a product. Like, I'm shocked at the product that low at the store. But I'm not about to. If you think I'm gonna, you think now we could talk about support our own. You think I'm gonna pay $100 for the same product, the same material, the same service, when I can get it for 20 from another place? I know that it's trying to build up, but you think I'm about to pay more when I can pay less? That's why the store is called Pay Less. I got a deal somewhere, and I know of good report, and I got to worry about nothing. They're going to go, now we got to think about that. You're going to charge me $100. That's overpriced. You're going to charge me, let's say it's not $100, it's not $20, it's about $30 or $60. That's $40 less. I don't have $100 just to throw out $100 because it's your product and you're of my race. Sorry, I don't see that as, now you can call that funny. I don't see that as wise thinking. I don't think that as wise utilizing, because I'm happy I do my own research and my own studies, because we don't employ people. We don't have a stock. So if I give you $100, I got to go back the next time again is going to be $100. The next time again is going to be $100. The next time again is going to be $100. So if you do the math, one place called charging me, just say 35. That's 140. So 100, that's 400. I want y'all to see this. So if I go there 4 times, I'm paying $140. I knew the math. I just wanted to show you. I want to see this. I want to see how your brains work. I want to challenge you. I'm going to pay $35 for that same product you're going to charge me $100 for. It's cost 35 somewhere else. Even though they're a known business, they got stock, they got multiple employees. They charging a cheaper price. You don't have stock. You only have 2 employees, you and that partner. I'm not saying don't go to you. You're $100. Now, I make a decent wage, and you're charging me $400, and we say, do that help me locally? That help? Let's say that circulates. But how does that help me? I just gave you $400, and they just gave them $140. It don't help me, but for now, I'm not making a certain wage to pay you $400, $100 every time. But we don't see that. You would call me a name, my uncle. You would call me different things for using my brain and being short. So yes, I'm going to the cheaper place. I'm sorry, I can't. It don't make sense because I'm only doing this by myself. There's no woman around, nobody there to help me. I know for the good, kind service that I have, I get help, but nobody's there. And I'm supposed to be Superman. What I notice is, even at How to Be Irresistible to Caucasian Men, quote unquote Caucasian men, when I raise women, they first like, they always go into that. What do you build? What do you have? Well, I'm not comparing myself to no man, but do y'all ask them that? Do y'all walk up to Caucasian men and say, what have you built? How have you helped your community? I want to know this. I want to know interracial dating women. If you watch my video or you dated other race, have you did that? Or even you, brother, do you? Like y'all say, I don't say certain things. I love booty. So that girl don't got no booty, I'm probably not noticing that and probably her more of her spirit. But if I'm just looking, no, if I'm going to go out my race, I'm sorry. She better be beautiful. I don't care. You call me shallow all you want. I can go out on my race and get something, not being funny. Like, my mother looked good in high school, not being funny or nothing. And I'm not talking about her now after having her kids, and she lived her life. But if my mother was beautiful at my age, you think I was, like, I'm sorry, you can call me shallow or whatever. You can laugh because I'm not getting no big fat white woman. But it's not funny because even in that thought, the majority of our men are with fat black, quote unquote, black women. But then they get a fat black woman. What's different? Because of her skin color. But I don't have like fat people in my family. So I'm not used to that. But I'm not against it. I dated women bigger than me. If you can say bigger than me. I don't want to use the word fat. I forgot. Be socially sensitive. Hashtag socially sensitive. And bigger women, no problem. And we didn't work out because of multiple things. That doesn't do with her weight. That was never a problem. But we'll make fun of that. But I look at some of the men you get with corny men. You would get with a dude that I seen indigenous women get with homeless quote unquote Caucasian men. Now he's doing good. I seen men that wasn't doing great. That's indigenous men. They got with a woman, now he's doing better. Because he had a reason. And I find myself having to break out of that. I do have a reason. Because I'm an example to a lot of young men. A lot of young men, fathers are in and out of prison. Because they done bad, I'm sorry, they done things. I'm not going to throw that away. They done things. I'm not in prison because I don't go around doing things. I don't go around shooting people and hurting people. I don't go around trying to rob and steal. I don't care. You got an excuse, cool, I get it. I understand that. I talked about that. But I don't go around. But I'm their example. Their father is too. But they wanted to be around me because I wasn't just talking about booty. Like he said, man, I want to do this video game. I'm like, whoa, let's look it up. Let's go get some of the stuff and get them going. And now they out there doing very well. Oh, little dude, like, all my father showed me. I was like, well, that's all you got to do. What you want to do? He's like, oh, I want to go do this. And we did it. He said, wow, you would do that with me? I said, yes. Well, I told his mother, hey, take him there. Take him to something that he wanted to go to. Take him to the museum. I gave him a couple dollars. Museum was like $12 a person. Then I gave like $30, $40. Go take your son to the museum and get something while you're there. That wasn't hard. And that's something he enjoyed. And I said, you got to get him in that mind frame. But what I never understood, why I got to be Superman? How come I just can't be myself like those quote unquote Caucasian men that y'all are into? And the one thing that women like you women want to say is they treat you better. They're more family. No. You choose dudes that literally say they. How many of them? I ask you this. Go meet men of your race that'll tell you I want children. You don't want them dudes. You find something bad in men as I do. Because you listening, like I'm talking to this chick. I want to say this. Her father is still a hood, like a hood dude. I grew up in the same type of environment. He still got that mentality. You know, as he's teaching her that mentality. So me talking to her, it's a hood mentality. It's not an adult, mature mentality. You know what I'm saying? You get what I mean? My mentality is no longer about what the streets won't say or do for me, or how the streets can do for me. It's about me being an adult and knowing that I'm not working for money. I'm working for a wage so I can do certain things. Yeah, I'm gonna play into this capitalism because that's where I'm gonna be at. But I understand I'm still free. I don't have to play into it all the time. It's certain things. This goes back to the buying products. I don't have to buy your product. It's too much. I can't. I'm not gonna lie. If I can't afford that, if I keep buying your product, I'm gonna go broke. That's the poor robbing from the poor. I don't live in that lifestyle. I can easily have a lot of things. I can. It's funny to keep saying it. I can be wealthy. Right now, if I decide to right now, in the economy we in, I can do that. But I know all I'm gonna be doing is robbing from the poor. I call poor, and what we call poor is the expenses. You living paycheck to paycheck. When this COVID-19 coronavirus happened, if you didn't work, you could not survive because you ain't have no money saved. You didn't have anything coming back to you, right? That's poor. That's why I call it poor. But why I gotta be Superman? And then for being an undervalued, underappreciated, unloved brother, I don't know what that black love mean. And I would love to see this more, brothers. This hit home when I seen this picture. He's not shot. He ain't bleeding. It's not like boys, not such as boys in the hood. How come we can't help each other? We listen to dudes like I respect your hustle. I respect what you do. But I didn't get a lottery. I didn't get a lump settlement sum from my grandfather, from my family. I didn't get like 100,000. Let me get 200,000. It'd be if I got 200,000 at one lump sum. Now I'm not bragging. I'm not saying that it's gonna go perfect. 200,000 is a lot. Try working from your $200 a week. Just say you get $200 a week. I'm not saying you get more than that. Or every 2 weeks you're 1,100 and paying bills and doing things. And trying to manifest that. Now get a lump sum. You know what I would you know how much easier to go invest you having a lump sum of money at one time than little by little. You can get off track. But if you got that mindset, that's why it works for a lot of people. A lot of us have this mind. That's why I say when I get there, I call it enterprising. I'm gonna take my brother and say, "What you got?" He's like, No, you're not my employee. You just working right now because you got a skill. I need to utilize your skill with the skills I have so it can become better. And I want to utilize your skill with your skill that you have for that can become better. And now what do you have in you that we can utilize and make a partnership? That's called enterprising. And then when I get 5, 6, 7, 8 brothers to do their skill set, we about to enterprise. No, we're going to franchise. That's a franchise. Now, guess what? 8 brothers, that's a stock. You can invest in 8 different companies that all work together. That's called stock. That's what I mean. I would love to see this. You got the grandfather, the father, the son, and then his son. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm the father. I'm going to have a son one day. Hopefully I get the honor of having a son. So I can show him that men are strong, but men are weak when we need to be weak. You're not weak because you're talking about your feelings or how you feel. I would tell my son, if someone asks you a question and you don't know, say, I don't know. I will get back to you. I will try to figure it out. And if you have a question, raise your hand to ask that question. And if you don't, you would never get an understanding. And you would never know what knowledge is. If I didn't go out and do it, I heard wise men tell me so much and wise women. Just as I said, I'm scared when I finally get to where, supposedly where I'm supposed to be at. I don't call this, I'm already successful. I made it past the average age of living. I've never been in jail. See, I got small appreciation. I enjoy going outside. I got a patio. It ain't even hooked up. I enjoy that. I can enjoy turning left around the corner of my apartment complex and ride my bike down the trailway or walk. It's a pond. I'm enjoy watching the ducks. Get a duck some food sometimes. I enjoy doing that. Just simple things. What I enjoy, I didn't leave the area. Even when I lived in a different area, I enjoyed that park, that basketball hoop. I enjoyed that tree that was in front of my house. I enjoyed when the snow built up to the side of the house and we took water, like the lemurs and the animals that live. We dug out a hole and we put the water to freeze it and we had our little tunnel. I enjoy little small things. I enjoy playing in the snow. See, I don't know what your joy come from. My joy is simple. And I want my son to have that joy. And if I have a daughter, I want her to have that joy. But I want my son to know he's surprised and he's precious. And let my daughter, you are special and you are great. And you're beautiful. My son, you're handsome. You're loved. You're both our love. My child gonna know that every day. So I don't care what nothing you say. If you think I'm being a victim, then I'm sorry that I'm not oblivious that they treat me different. Got treated different yesterday. I don't care. I noticed that. But I'm not crying about it. I'm telling you the truth. This is what's really going on. And nobody's savior. And I'm happy, as I stated, my mother valued my opinion finally. Finally. That's love. It's respect. And that she can come to me and talk to me. And other women I know can come and talk on the shoulder. But my women think I have some disdainment or contempt, quote unquote, jealousy or hatred for them. No. I don't treat you as if you don't give me an avenue, I don't force avenues upon you. Just as women say, oh, I'm not looking for you. I didn't really ask you that, but okay. But I'm telling the truth right now. I don't care if you're not looking for me or not. I just told the truth. This is what I go through. You can take it or not. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not about to lie about it. You treating me bad. You treat me different. But I'm here. Just because I don't do all those, you used to a certain thing. Women like, I'm used to a certain man being a certain way, but you never got flowers. I give flowers, but you're not used to everything. You're used to certain things that you are used to. You're not actually really used to being treated good. But I don't get into that with them. But I know I'm here. I'm not nobody's savior. But I know I'm an example. I am an example. That's my new Adam. I am truth. I am honesty. I am resolve resolution. And I am an example. I am. I broke free. Got that book in his hand. I hope that I use that as a guide. But I have gotten stronger in my time as an independent man, as a self-sufficient man, as a single man. That I'm not shackled and binded, chained by nobody's opinion, nobody else's thought process. If we agree, because it's good. I'm with good energy. And then people say, you can't always be good. Yes, you can. Murder is murder. I would never murder someone. Now, it could sound funny. It was like, so somebody like, the people I know, they know what I stand for. And it'd be probably hard that I'm about to, and that's why I say my mind. What's the most powerful, to me, the most powerful muscle is your brain. It's not that, see the muscles in his arm. I'm in pretty good shape. I don't got all that, but if I get there, so what? But I bet you my muscles on my arms and my chest is not as stronger than the muscle in my mind and my brain. Or my soul or spirit. I guarantee you that. Some people, like a lot of men, just have muscles in their body. that's strong. But when you still got to use your brain to fight. Now, what if you hit me and you didn't knock me out, and I was still able to stand, and you're stronger than me and you're a better fighter? How you gonna win the fight now? And then I recover. Now, you took your best shot. I haven't even took my best shot yet at you. I did a little moves, a little technique here and there. Now it's my turn. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, brother, when that happened? You took your best shot. What you gonna do now? See, I'm still here. I'm 37. My best shot yet to come. You took your best shot. You done. Or you not done, but that's how you look at it. Now you in the ring, you fighting. You done fighting? Because when you start talking about individualism, you don't need your brother. Your brother he chose his fate. You lost the fight. Because you know where my energy gonna come from? My other brothers. Also, it's coming from me, from being my self-sufficient and single time. I learned a lot by myself. And so I'm going to use that. I'm going to take all the information that my brothers bestowed upon me and use that as well in that fight. And I'm going to take all my experiences from the fights I was in, ones either I won or even the ones I lost. I'm going to take all that. You took your best shot. Now it's my turn. And this is what I would love to see one day. Me and that woman binding together, naked, not even sexually, in the garden, the tree of love. The tree of love. Have you experienced that before with your race women? And if you did, talk about it. Why you love her? What make her great to you? Why is she so beautiful to you? Why is she the greatest mother, the wife you ever have? Ever have, not have. I don't talk about, and that's the one thing you don't hear me do. I can bring up what happened, but I don't talk about once I'm removed from it and I'm renewed from it. So she did this and that. I ain't talking about her. I say accounts of what she did, but I moved on. What she had, that's had. And then I'll bring up things that happened to me. Love never fails. When you love yourself, it don't fail. It don't quit. I don't quit. I never fail. You know why I don't call it? I don't never call nothing a failure. I just learned about finances and I starting a business. And it didn't work out the first couple of times. I took all that information I didn't have. That was what? I didn't fail. It was incomplete. I had incomplete knowledge of this information. Now I have more to now. I know now when I do this business, whatever it's the same one or different one, I know how to make it survive. Now I know how to make it survive. Now I'm getting more wiseness. I know how to make it last. So love within me, I no longer, this is not something I do, but I think a lot of people go through it, don't talk about it. I no longer think about suicide or I'm not good. You know, I think it might have been a couple of days ago, I tried it. You know, my spirit is in such of a good grace with me, it didn't even allow me to do that. It said, this is really what I say. I say, oh, hell no, you're not about to do that shit no more. I said, you done. And it went away. And I stopped. I was like about to cry. I was like, suck that up. I sucked it up for me, not for the point of, don't never tell a man to suck it up because he a man. My mother told me that before. Not gonna lie, she say a lot of positive and say some things that I'm like, oh, okay. But I said, suck it up. I said, Mom, you told me to suck it up. I said, what if I told you to suck it up? She just looked at me. But it's the respect, it's the value. I'm not talking bad to my mother. I'm just reverting that back, that same energy. But the energy came in the form of a question to understand. Whether it got answered or not. That was the answer. I said, Mom, what if I told you to suck it up? And you know why? I kind of did. I'm not hurt by you women. I'm not out there bad mouthing my race women. I know you are. I'm uplifting you. You can check out all mine. Saying I love my women. I love my dark-skinned women. I love my brown skin. But the same woman that say she love her men, I don't see that. I don't even hear that. She loved the men she's with. That's a difference. That's different. It's not black love. That's cool. I respect that. But I respect that. You even ain't say that, but your children not in trouble. They're not in the newspaper. They're not in the streets. I don't care if that person ever said Black Lives Matter, hashtag Black Lives Matter, Black Love. But they're together. Their children minding their business. They're not getting in trouble. You don't hear nothing bad about them. Not saying they don't do nothing, but you don't hear it. Compared to a person that tell you black love and have all this drama in their life, cheating, the children having to go divorcing. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the other couple that's not saying it, but they look as me. They're an example more than the other people. And it's a question. I always ask, I say three. If you a sister or even you a brother of my sisters, can you say one positive thing about black men? Quote unquote black men? Can you? Now you're gonna ask me, can I say positive thing about a quote unquote black woman? But I'm gonna say it. What I seen strength. I ain't gonna use the word. I didn't want to use the word strong. I see strength. I see that in our brothers, but I'm actually one positive thing about a black woman. I see strength. You don't want to be called strong, huh? So, do you want to call you weak or inadequate? A cesspool? You ain't shit? I don't know what you want me to call you. Because that's strength. The things you're going through and you breaking through. If that don't give you power, if that don't make you feel strong, and if that's not uplifting to you, I don't know what race you in. I don't know what's in your aura or your spirit and soul. You need to get that joint checked. But I would love somebody said, I got a lot of strength. I say thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you can see that. If that don't uplift you, empower you from a man, saying that we don't say good things about you, I don't know what will. But I want to know, if you made it this far, or you see this one, or if you skimmed through this, name a positive thing about a black man. Quote unquote black man. Name a positive thing about me. Thank you family for watching this and watching my other videos. Name a positive thing about me that you see. Name one about men that you don't know, about us as a whole, and name one about me. I think a lot of my women is strength. No name drop. I see beautiful women. I always said that. Before I even read all these things on the internet. The people be stealing my stuff secretly. I'm just playing. And I see now within strength, I see power. Why I see power? Because I've done my history research and even watching now, quote unquote black women, y'all changing the world. And a lot of manners of it is not good, and a lot of manners is good. A lot of it is confusing to me, but a lot of it is good. Like that interracial, how to be good, irresistible to a white man, that's confusing to me. Let me see if there's a book out. How to be irresistible to black man. See, it's not even a book out. It's called How to Be Irresistible to Men. Wow. We don't have any books out as that. Look at our books. Understanding the black man. A black woman to understand this, to understand how to marry a black man. What we need, love, acceptance. It's not hard if you listen to us. How to tell if a wow. This is what I want to see. He is not your other half. He is your rock. She is not your other half. She is your balance. Stop looking to others to make you feel whole when you already are and always have been. If you don't crown him, pick him up and value him. Who else will? Build your king up. That's your leader, right? In your home. Because there are hidden battles that he fights. Don't become another battle that he has to fight. Be his tranquility. He's her rock. She's his inspiration. He's her balance. She's his support. He's her wild. She's his calm. He's her anchor. She's his wings. A man must take care of his woman. A woman must take care of her man. No one's before the other. It's all about togetherness. You got to stop bashing each other. The lies. We marry our women. We be with our women. But somehow, only 7% of us only go out of the race. So I don't know what media talking about and what our women talking about. But you want to be irresistible to white men. Again, who taught you about love? A lot of us are scarred up and abused. I love my father. I want to be the best father I ever can. Love is another person. Happiness is as equally as important as your own. I didn't fall in love with you. I walked in love with you with my eyes wide open, choosing to take every step along the way. I do believe in fate and destiny, but I also believe we are only fated to do the things that we have chose anyway. And I choose you. In 100 lifetimes, 100 words, and other versions of reality. I'll find you, and I'll choose you. That's another story. Fall in love with who you are. That's what I want. That's my lifetime achievement. My seed going into a woman that we procreate to have a child, and they do the same thing, and they be the best people they ever can be. I pledge to be the first good man my daughter knows, meaning my daughter see me. She don't need no T.I., Killer Mike, Kanye West, Master P, even, no offense, even my brothers around me. I'm going to be the first good man. You're like, your father? Nope. Your father? Nope. And I'm going to tell her, don't brag about it. But in our hearts, in our soul and spirit, she's like, wow, I had a father that did not do none of those things. My father is not out there hurting women. He don't have a whole bunch of baby mamas. He not out there selling drugs to his own people. He not out there pulling guns out on his own people and shooting and killing them and fighting them, beating them and abusing them and setting them up and breaking all the codes of a color of a race can have. He ain't out there doing none of that stuff right now. He minding his business. He did what he had to do and he loved people. He helped people. He did his best. He was the best person in being and he could be possibly on this earth without doing all of them nasty, deceitful, disgusting, and hateful things. That's the type of man I want my daughter to see. I don't know about you. I'm talking about from day one. I'm happy I had that in my life. But if you didn't, we talking about the present. What are you doing now by your daughter? You being a father? You being a father to your son? You taking care of your kids? Forget that you give her money. You going to pick him up and taking him out to play? To show him how to be a man? You guiding her how to be a good woman? You got a good woman by you? So when you're not around, see, y'all want to get me started. Y'all brothers will talk all that little crappity crap all y'all want. Because I don't see a lot of that. I see a lot of split up families talk, oh, we co-parent. What the hell is co-parenting? You made a baby with that person, y'all should be living together. Now we're going to talk about being raised. That should be number one. That should be what y'all channel is about. Y'all better dissing me. I don't know you. You don't know me. But I don't want you talking about me all the time. Talk about something. Talk about love. I don't see nobody talking about loving their children all the time. Do it more times than if you're gonna talk about some celebrity and her craziness. Talk about love in your family more than talk about celebrity twice a week. Talk about your family 6 times a week. Ain't got to be your personal business, but talk about the love part. But we don't do that because we love drama. We want entertainment. We want money. Man, y'all better go somewhere with that. I guarantee you I'll be the best father I never seen, no father ever been. It's not to diss my father or nobody else. I know I'm going to be a good father. It's already in me. And anything less than me, I will die. My spirit would die. My spirit, if I did anything opposite what I did, you know why I can't sleep? I'd be tormented because I didn't do the right thing that day. That's why I can't sleep. It's nothing about you. It's about me. I promise that to myself. I promise that to myself, not you. I care and I love you, but I love me first. I care and love me more than anything, than somebody else. And if I have a child, I don't care and love them more than anything. Until I start realizing they can understand. I'm going to tell them, now you got to care and love you more than anything. But you can care about me, but don't care and love me more that you're going to put your life in danger to save me. Don't save me. I'm older. I am here to save you. I want to see you live on. I want the next best thing to live on. I was the product of the other thing. Now I want the present, the gift. My child is my gift. They're the star. The star has to live on. That's why the star of the movie has to live on. They need to live on. That's the press. That's what the people are going to see. They're not going to see me. My child go and I'm still here. What was the purpose of that gift? When we see each other on the street, brothers, we ain't got to do none of that. Salute. I say what's up. Say, hey, brother. I see, brother. I walked past the brother. I don't think he was being mean on purpose. I didn't count, but I lived near him, so I don't know how many times. I've seen him a lot. He didn't say nothing to me. Finally, yesterday, he said something back. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. What's up, brother? I was even more excited to say hi to him. I said it twice, I think. He said it twice back. I was like, okay. Whatever changed his mind that day, I was good. I was happy he said something back. See, I wasn't worried about your sister for a minute. I know you don't teach your daughters to hate me. I open the door. She gonna ask me what she want. Open the damn door for you, young lady. I do say thank you and keep it moving, which I did. I didn't even respond to your question. That was dumb and stupid and foolish of you. So don't get mad when somebody don't help your daughter or your son. If you're going to teach them all on mean, disgusting ways to act towards people. I can tell by how you treat your child. How they interact with me. Because they're getting it from you or their father. And this is my thing. I love my women. When I tell people I don't date or mess with Caucasian women, it's not because I hate them or I'm racist. Because I'm cool with a couple of them. A good amount. More than a couple. No problems with them. And they know this. They're like, oh, he don't date. Like, they actually like, you don't date white. They say white women, quote unquote white women. You don't date white females. Nope. They respect it. Not because I hate them or I'm racist, because I'm trying to build something that I never seen. I never seen Black Wall Street. I wasn't alive with Martin Luther King and Brother Malcolm, James Baldwin, Frank Robinson, Jesse Owens, Flojo, Jackie Joyner Kersey. I wasn't alive for them people. Martin Luther King Jr. I wasn't alive. Brother Malcolm wasn't alive. Got to see some other great brothers in my lifetime doing very good. But I'm the ones I put a lot of honor into. But I only want me to stand by my side. And I call my women me. I think for our generations to see love and talk, we gonna do better. I don't care about no laws. I don't care about no reparations. This Negro, quote unquote, Negro wars, the civil war we have, and need to end. Because it's getting out of hand. We don't see it. Because you got to remember, stuff started out very subtly. Just like this is a New World Order. You see, I don't say welcome to New World Order. We in a New World Order right now. And I got your back. Sincerely, Otho Williams Jr. But if you don't see that, can't do nothing about that. That's on you. You can love who you love. But don't say I'm this and I'm say I'm that. Because I'm not talking about you right now. I didn't say nothing negative about you. I'm going to hold you accountable and responsible as any person on this earth. If a child do something wrong, I'm going to hold them accountable and say, why did you break that? Why did you do that? And I'm going to say, did you know better? Now I'm going to explain to you, as I was told, why it's not good. Now, and they listen. Children do listen. But if you're not going to listen to me, you can't expect nothing from me but just a regular kind gestures. But if you expect me to do anything beyond that, you might want to take clue of men that's not your husband, that's not your boyfriend, that's not the one you attracted to, advice a little bit. Might keep you a little safer. But you don't care about that, huh? But keep listening to Caucasian men. They hurting you too, but you don't notice that. Keep listening to other race men, Asian men or Middle Eastern, but you don't see that they're hurting you or they're killing you. Just me, because I'm the same skin. And why I'll say this, what it does it mean to be lonely? For me, loneliness is I chase people to validate me because it's hard for me to validate myself. I chase love because still searching to love myself. Which, as I stated, I can say I'm lonely, but I don't mean I don't love myself. I wanted to show this because don't cut off my stuff because you don't agree or somehow you don't experience that. It's not negative to say I feel alone. I feel empty. Open up my chest. I don't know what black love is. You can say that's weak. That's whatever. You being a chump. You being a simp. You should be this, and that. You commit. No. It's sorry. I don't have that super demanding, powerful voice or that stature of I'm 6'5", and women say they didn't notice me. But I was talking the whole time. But I wasn't talking about anything. I was actually enjoying myself. Seeing how everybody was doing, helping out, cleaning up. But you ain't noticed me. But you noticed the dude that was talking to all those women, and you still want to... That's what I love, even though some things... Boaz wanted this woman named Ruth. He presented himself. After so many times, he didn't stop. But you know when Ruth seen him, that's why I think it's funny how you notice the men that's talking to all the women, but not the guy that's cleaning up and working and being friendly, making sure everybody good and make things going good at the party or the get together or the function. Make sure you having a good time. Not the guy talking to all the women. You notice him. Ruth seen Boaz. She said, "Who is that guy?" The person responded as she asked, said, "Oh, that's Boaz." She said, "Oh, wow. He's a very hard worker." And you know what? After all those attempts, Ruth went over to Boaz and she presented herself. But this is what we got to pay attention to. Ruth was already presented Boaz. Boaz presented himself to Ruth. Listen to that one more time. Boaz did not allow Ruth to present herself first. Boaz presented himself to Ruth. Ruth seen him. So I say to our race, what is black love? Say la.